Well, Saturday, May 3rd, about 20 after 6 a.m.
Man, sun coming up to your right.
We are on Old
Over the
Stage
city.
Road.
Man,
On Old Stage Road, heading up to our destination today is going to be Grayback Peak, a hiking trail for Grayback Peak. It's a slow going here because it's not a perfect road, of course. It'd be a few miles of bumpy ruts and washouts and everything else. Just barely getting light on the mountaintops. I don't want to film, but the road is like tossing me like a sock in a dryer. The range over there is getting plenty of light.
a little bit of Pikes Peak.
Just a touch. If it wasn't white, we probably wouldn't even know it, you know. Wasn't for the snow on it. And if a car was to be coming, we wouldn't have any room here.
There's one coming.
Well, this turkey better be glad it's not Thanksgiving. I might have him on a plate. That's the second one we've seen, too.
He's a small.
Here's turkey number 3. I filmed 2 of them. Like I said, he's better be glad it's not Thanksgiving. I'd have him on a plate.
Might see some on the hike.
Well, here's our turnoff. It's been a rough and bumpy road, that's for sure. But the Star Ranch at Emerald Valley, and this is Emerald Valley Road, or County Road 371. And I don't think this road's any better than Old Stage Road from what I've read. So
What does that say? Road closed ahead. 2.4 miles.
because of the ranch. Once you get to the ranch, you can't go any further. It's private property, I do believe. Well, it's just after 7 a.m., which means it took us about an hour to go 11 miles, but that's how it is on a bumpy road. Something strange, its power lines are like hanging very low. I mean, my truck could just get under it, but if you had anything bigger, you might have problems. And I'm certain we've got the right spot because there's the trail marker. And the goal today is to summit Grayback Peak. It's just over 9,300 feet in elevation. Well, we hit a pretty nice overlook just a short ways down the trail. Not too shabby. A little loop just went up over the next hill, and it's going to reconnect with the trail. And we haven't really gone that far either. Already getting some decent views. I like it. We gained just a little elevation and it's like a whole new view popped out. Because we could see this mountain earlier from that overlook. But what we couldn't see is those little rock formations there, which are kind of cool in their own right. If I can get my zoom to work. Those are pretty nice too. I guess they were blocked by this adjacent mountain right here from that overlook we were at. And I'm sure the higher we go, the more this stuff's going to open up. Pretty nice. Now this kind of gives you an idea of how much dead wood is up here. A bunch.
You have to get the Boy Scouts up here and clean this up.
Yeah, what are they doing? Playing video games? Watching cartoons? Do kids still do that? Do they still watch cartoons and eat cereal?
No, I think it's mostly guys in their 60s. Half senile.
Oh, you mean us? Pretty cool trail though. I like it. I like it a lot. And the dead wood even has its own character. It's all twisted and gnarly. Gnarly, man.
Totally.
You know what? That might be our peak.
Wait.
That cliff that we were looking at, it's either going to be this one or that one.
What you talking about, Willis?
I ain't lying.
What are you trying? Shredded.
Well, the trail almost gains 1,000 feet elevation. I think it was 937 feet. But we did get a clearing, and there's a good look at Mount Rosa right there, that really defined point. That's Mount Rosa, and just a little peak of the snow-covered Mount Almagra, Mount Baldy. Thought that was worth filming. So there's more mountains blocking our southward view. It's starting to open up a little. Grayback Peak is not a tall mountain. It's just over 9,300 feet above sea level. Well, we stopped for a little snack break, and I took off a layer, because once you start hiking uphill, you get warm pretty quick. Thought I'd do a little panorama. Some of these are the same sites we've been seeing the whole way. And this valley here, this is one of those pristine, untouched valleys that sees very little traffic of man.
Except for us.
Yeah, except for us. And it's called Emerald Valley, this big. Finally, we got some Colorado-sized boulders going on here. Wondered if I was going to have to ask for a refund. That's what I'm talking about. Boulders that don't even fit in the shot. You going around?
Yeah.
Might find a bear cave. Be careful. Just throw a Twinkie at him and run. Man, it's beautiful up here. Let me tell you. Let me show you. Now this looks perfect. Look at this. A little boulder balcony. Can't ask for more.
Great camp spot.
Yeah, the way it's kind of flattened out and everything.
Views all over.
Got a great panorama here. Panorama, man.
Just don't walk
Oh,
the
yeah.
plank.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Wow, more down there.
Yeah,
Just like the
it
edge
just
or
keeps
something. Edge of the world.
rolling. The boulders keep on rolling.
Wow.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them boulders rolling. Colorado. Well, I thought we were going to turn left and go straight up the nearest mountain, but the trail kept heading kind of southward into a grove of very tall aspen. Pretty cool. And you can see the entire floor is almost covered in aspen leaves. For composting, I suppose. So a little surprise on the trail. I thought it was going up one mountain and now it's heading towards another mountain. Well, they said it gets steep at the end.
Headed up to Twinkie Town.
I think this is the end.
Yeah.
They said it gets really steep. And it's not a nice, smooth, graveled trail anymore either. Remember that big cliff earlier in the video? I think that was Grayback Peak. because we're heading right to it. Whew! At least it's switchbacks, not going straight up. Well, the trail has been switchbacks, but it's steep. Every switchback has been steep, and it looks like it's getting steeper. But we're looking at blue sky too, which means we're getting close, I'm hoping, to our summit. And it's only a 2-mile hike, and I feel like we might have gone that far.
We gotta be close.
Yeah. Whoo-wee.
At least I'm hoping.
Yeah. That's wishful thinking there, Mark. Where's the elevator? The escalator. That's fine. Look at this, everybody. Look at that. Look at that view south. That would be the Spanish Peaks. A little hazy today.
I'm not seeing a trail going anywhere down. Must be it.
Incredible. Someone might have done some camping up here.
I'm a reckoning. They cooked a hot dog.
They built a fire, cooked a marshmallow, and left. So there's that cliff I thought we were hiking to the top of. We ended up going around it. Wow, what a view. What a view. Man, I gotta watch my step here. It's precarious, but I want to get this shot. So that's the cliff I thought we were hiking to the top of, and that I was filming a lot earlier. That mound peeking out could be Cameron's Cone. No, not Cameron's Cone. That's still too far south. But I do know that is Mount Rosa. It's got that distinctive pyramidal shape. And then the snow-covered peak there, that's Mount Almagra, just barely showing. What a beautiful view of a pristine valley, Emerald Valley, folks.
Wobbly.
I wanted to get one more shot, just in case I didn't.
With them binoculars anyway.
Yeah, when you're not looking at your surroundings, you feel a little.
I'm looking on the binoculars, it's like, whoa.
You feel a little ungrounded in a way. Got a pretty good look at Highway 115 going to Canyon City as it runs past Fort Carson. It's hard to see in the viewfinder because I got the sun right in my eyes. And as you go east of Highway 115 there, that's pretty much Fort Carson. That's where they do a lot of their military training. They do firing exercises and artillery exercises and all that.